Assalamualaikum students. So this is chapter 1 of research method. So this, alright, let's move on. So what are you going to learn? Definition and importance of research, qualitative and quantitative research, and then what is basic and applied research, and then some characteristic of a good research and the research process. After you study this chapter, you should be able to at least describe what is research and how it is defined. And then you can differentiate between basic and applied. And also you can identify the characteristic of a good research. Okay, so these are examples of areas that you can do research on. So maybe you want to focus on employees' behavior. Let's say you want to see on the performance or absenteeism, bonding kerja, or turnover, or you might want to see on the attitude, job satisfaction, loyalty, or you want to see from the performance of the supervisor, or you want to see the selection of employee recruitment trainee. Yang ni macam relate to HR students. And then performance appraisal system, and then maybe from the marketing side, brand loyalty or the product life cycle, or is there any product innovation, you know? And then more examples here. Okay, risk assessment, exchange rate fluctuation, yang ni mungkin relate kepada the finance students, you know, and then cost of accounting students, organizational outcome, contoh ini increase sales, market share, growth, effectiveness, this business student can do, consumer complaints, customer complaints, what are the factors, you know, what are the reasons, and then what else, cost of capital, valuation of firm, contoh-contoh lah or you nak tengok dari segi cultural differences, yang ni mungkin IB students lebih relevant, you know, dynamic of managing in a multinational firm, boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, and then this is the definition of research. So there's a lot of definitions, so maybe we just focus on one. This, it is an organized, systematic, database, critical, objective, scientific inquiry or investigation into a specific problem undertaken with the purpose of finding answer or solution to it. So dia adalah organized, maksudnya ada steps dia. It is systematic. You follow 1, 2, 3. You cannot just like jump from one step to another. And then it's a database, critical, objective, scientific inquiry or investigation into a specific problem. You tak boleh kaji problem dunia. You kena be very specific on what you want to search. Problem dunia boleh, tapi what dalam problem dunia tu yang nak kaji, contoh lah, okay? And then undertaken with the purpose of finding answer or solution to it. Maybe you want to solve it, or maybe you just want to get answer to it, okay? Right, next, move on. Okay, so we have two types, quantitative research and qualitative research. When we talk about quantitative research, you must always remember it is related to, the word is empirical, or it is related to numeric, numbers. Okay, quantitative. Dia bukan maksud you kaji pasal number, tapi bila you punya data tu nanti you akan dapat dalam bentuk number, and this number kita akan transformkan into words. Apa maksud dia? Ni contoh kalau you buat research questionnaire yang you tengok tu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is strongly agree, strongly disagree, neutral, agree and disagree. So this is quantitative research. So kalau ramai jawab 5, so we will say that for that question or for that variable, ramai orang kata strongly agree or something lah. Okay. And then this I further on lah dia punya this is qualitative research. Okay, so qualitative research, bila kita cakap pasal quali, it is related to words. So this one is more of understanding and interpretation of how people create and maintain their social world. Yang ni lebih kepada interview, or you talk about observation, it goes here. You know, so kat sini kalau you talk to people without numbers, you just simply ask them to answer questions and all, then it goes interview kat sini lah. So this is qualitative research. Okay, for quanti and quali ni dia ada dua types or dua method. So deductive reasoning, the first one. Deductive reasoning ni step dia, first you develop theory. This one you baca journal. Okay, from the journals, then you develop or formulate hypothesis. Hypothesis sekolah-sekolah dulu kan you belajar semakin something kan, then semakin naik something, semakin turun something or whatever lah, right? Something like that, okay, for research, but we don't use the word semakin lah, okay. And then once you have done this, then we create questionnaire and we collect data. Once we collect, we analyze it, and then the data will accept or reject the hypothesis that we have created. That's deductive reasoning. And deduction or deductive reasoning ni sesuai untuk concrete empirical evidence. So this one is clearly untuk quantitative research. Okay, so dia memang akan gunakan number. Okay. Okay, this example you can see another explanation further. Then we have inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning ni where you are first going to observe phenomena. You're going to talk to people, you're going to observe what is happening, why people are behaving as such, why culture differences or so. This one is you observe dulu. Then from that observation, ni you boleh interview orang juga kat sini Okay, from that observation you akan keluarkan themes and patterns macam apa factor-factor that you have identified from this, and from these themes and patterns then you akan formulate relationship A causes B or something, and this then you need to develop theory. Anywhere this is where you are going to read your journals. Okay, so dia terbalik daripada yang tadi tu. Yang tadi tu kita baca dulu journal, past research, then baru kita collect data. Yang ni kita collect data dulu, then baru kita cari apa past research cakap. Okay, so kalau inductive reasoning, this is definitely for, dia kata from a phenomena and arrive at a certain conclusion, and this is more of generalization and idea, getting idea is for untuk kita come up with observe fact. This is untuk qualitative. Okay. Okay, then we have applied and basic research. Apa tu applied research, apa tu basic research? This is important for you to know, okay students? So applied research is actually conducted with to address a specific business decision for a specific firm or organisation. Yang ni memang untuk macam firm tertentu. And tujuan dia is untuk solve current problem faced by the manager and in the work setting. And also this research is done with the intention of applying the result of the finding to solve specific problem. So applied ni memang kita nak solve. Okay, so you have to remember that. Contoh kat sini dia kata, should McDonald's add Italian pasta dinners to its menu? So dia tanya whether perlu ke tak perlu tambah Italian pasta. So kita buat research and kalau kita kata, orang kata perlu, solve the problem. Kalau orang kata tak perlu, juga solve the problem. Then we have this basic research. Basic research is also called pure research. It is conducted without a specific decision in mind, and it does not necessarily address a specific need of an organisation. Okay, so ini function of basic research ni is to generate a body of knowledge. Kita nak expand knowledge yang dah sedia ada, and kita nak cuba comprehend or faham how certain problems occur in organisation can be solved. Kita tak solve kat sini. Okay, so it is mainly done, research for kalau basic research mainly done for the purpose to enhance the understanding of certain problem that commonly occur in organisation and seek method to solve them. Seek method to solve them. We are not solving the problem here. We are only searching for methods. We are searching for understanding. Kita nak tahu kenapa certain problem berlaku. That's basic research. Okay, so this is an example. Do consumer experience cognitive disorders in low involvement situation? Or dia kata, does employees tenure with the company influence productivity? Lagi lama dia bekerja, lagi impact dia punya productivity. Again, this one saja nak tahu. Dia tidak memberi apa-apa influence atau kesan. Kita tidak solve any problem. Kita nak tahu lagi lama pekerja tu bekerja, adakah productivity dia meningkat ataupun adakah productivity dia menurun. Okay. Okay, so this one is characteristic of a good research. Students, saya elaborate semua di sini, but the slides selepas ni ada all these are explained individual slides. So you can read up, but I'll explain everything here, okay? Okay, so first characteristic of a good research is purposiveness. It means purposive, comes from the word purpose. So purpose ni kalau buat research dia mesti kena ada aim or main goal. Apa you punya main reason for you to do a research this. Okay, first one. There must be one goal. Are you solving a problem, or are you just enhancing your knowledge, or are you just adding to the current knowledge that ada dah, to purpose. And then second one is rigor. Rigor ni, research ni is very tedious. Tedious ni maksud dia nyah or leceh. Means dia ada steps 1, 2, 3 that you must follow. You cannot skip steps. If you skip steps, then that is where you are going to your research is not going to be appropriate, and result dia nanti memang akan jadi tak appropriate. So that is rigor. And then a good research must be able to be tested, testability. Research yang boleh diuji. Jangan buat research yang dah solve, research yang tak ada reason untuk test, you know. And then a good research can be replicated, replicability, boleh replicate. Orang dah buat tajuk tu, kita boleh replicate atau tambah baik tajuk tu in our context. Sebelum ni contoh orang dah kaji pasal student satisfaction on learning online, for example lah. Okay, so you want to do that dalam konteks students UITM Kedah. So that's replicability. Okay, and then precision and confidence means your research should be precise and tepat. Your research ni jangan you cannot kaji terlalu luas. You have to be scoped down and specified. That's precise lah. And you need to have objective. Difference between purpose and objective. Purpose ni satu, but objective you may have like 2 or 3. From one research you mungkin nak kaji lah. Contoh you nak tengok what are the main factor, what are the least dominant factor, and you might want to see something else from there lah. Okay, and a good research also can be generalized. Generalizability ni boleh generalize. Kita mungkin collect data dalam let's say 100 respondent for example. But this 100 respondent boleh mewakili all the other people from the same group. Contoh kalau student UITM, let's say we have 8,000 students. Okay, so kita ambil 100 respondent ni. So hoping that this 100 respondent ni dia boleh mewakili, result dia tu boleh mewakili, generalize to all the 8,000 students. And then we have parsimony. Parsimony ni dia tidak membazir. A good research ni is cost effective and it is saving, you know, means if you can do the research here locally, why you want to do somewhere else? If you can collect the data here locally, why do you want to go and collect your data somewhere else? Unless research you memang membandingkan antara people in Malaysia and people in Japan for example, then perhaps you have to go there. But if you can do a research that you can collect the data here, then you do not need to waste. Okay, parsimony ni you save resources, you save your research punya method. That's parsimony. Okay, so if you go all this, student dia memang elaborate on that. Okay, so we have rigor, then we have continue of that. Then we have testability, boleh baca. We have replicability, we have precision and confidence, and then we have objectivity. Parsimony, very careful in using resources. Itulah kita tidak membazir. Okay, and then generalizability, and that's it. Okay, then we have overview of a research process. So in research dia ada steps dia. So this one secara general lah. The rest of the chapter will be explaining all this anyway, but then I'm still going to touch sedikit lah of all of this part. Okay, so the first one is identify a broad problem area. So when you do a research, this is the first step. You need to find issue. Apa yang you nak kaji? Masalah apa you nak kaji? You cannot go and ask people like, boss, apa issue in the company, people will not answer, but you can observe issue. Macam customer are complaining, or the employer talking bad about their punya boss, or they're not happy, or students are macam not happy with the ODL. Contohlah, these are issues. Okay, so you need to first find broad problem area. And then you need to define the problem statement. Daripada problem yang besar tu student, then you nak kena cari specific problem. Okay, let's say you nak kaji pasal ODL, okay, among students. So you nak tengok apa? Maybe you nak tengok factor. So you ada factor 1, factor 2, factor 3. ODL ni macam decrease students motivation. So apa faktor-faktor yang menyebabkan decrease of motivation when we are doing an ODL? That's problem statement. Okay, and then we have hypothesis. Hypothesis ni is actually jangkaan awal lah, jangkaan awal of our research outcome tu nanti. So hypothesis ni kita ada chapter dia sendiri, nanti saya akan elaborate further. So hypothesis ni, let's say kalau you ada factor 1, then factor 2 and factor 3 leading to you punya main research. So ni akan ada satu hypothesis, dua hypothesis, and you will have like 3 hypothesis. I will teach you this further in the hypothesis topic later. Okay, then we have determine measure. Yang ni you nak kena buat, this one you nak kena buat questionnaire. Okay, questionnaire. So sekarang kita akan buat the questionnaire via Google Form lah, because senang nak collect. You cannot go and collect data, so you just go through online. And then after that, you are going to do the data collection. Memang akan hantar merata-rata online, cari maklumat lah. Kalau dah tak ada COVID nanti, maybe you have to go down the field di lapangan untuk collect data, okay? And then you have to do data analysis. So data analysis ni you akan guna, you akan guna SPSS, tapi sekarang famous juga kita guna PLS. Okay, ni ada 2 method, tapi untuk your level kita belajar SPSS dulu. From that SPSS, then kita akan interpret the data. Okay, then we are done. Habis interpretation of data, then kita buat conclusion and summary, then we are done. Okay students, that chapter 1, I will cover this further on nanti masa dalam kita punya kelas. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.